What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, I want to talk you guys through, or at least walk you guys through this kind of virtuous cycle that I could see playing out for Splinterlands, both the game and the economy, over the next couple of months, and maybe the next year, maybe the next 2 years, right? There's no real time frame for this, but I do believe that the ranked reward update is going to be a phenomenal thing. Now, it's not going to be perfect, but it will be something that I think we're going to look back on and see a turning point for this game overall. And the good thing is that the team is committed to updating it and tweaking it until they get it right. You know, this is all really a work in progress. Now, what we have already seen in card prices across the board, I mean, specifically on like rewards cards as well as Chaos Legion and some of the untamed starter cards, we are seeing prices go up somewhat significantly. So just looking at the common cards here, I mean, these were all trading at a penny. So in a sense, they've already done maybe 50% up or even like a 2x at this point. For the rare cards, I mean, these were all trading. I was getting Venari Crystal Smiths at 5 cents a couple weeks ago whenever the Terra Luna thing happened. So that was nice. And we've rebounded back further than we were trading before that. Epics and legendaries, we can take a quick peek at. These seem to be somewhat stable, but overall, we are starting to see these card prices move. Now, another area that we've seen card prices kind of bounce up a little bit is the summoner group for Chaos Legion. Sorry, the summoner group for Chaos Legion. So Quix the Devious is back over $30. You know, we're seeing Kelia back over $4, and General Sloan, who's trading at like $1.80 just a week or two ago as the lowest cost summoner, is now back up to $2.50. So these are all quite big jumps in my opinion. So what is this virtuous cycle that I'm talking about? What am I trying to get at here? We are starting to see card prices rise. We are starting to see SPS prices rise, or SPS value rise. Now, I'm actually going to take SPS and throw it out the window because that is something else entirely. I do believe that that is due to the validator node sales. So that has nothing really to do with actually playing the game. But it's still important and relevant from an investment standpoint, right? So it's like two different things that are happening at the same time. One that's affecting the game tokens or game economy tokens, and one that is affecting the actual game and the earning mechanics from the game. So we are going to see this rise in prices, or I shouldn't say that. We are starting to see this rise in prices. Now, how much that momentum can take us will remain to be seen. I have a thesis here. And I know it's going to be somewhat counterintuitive, or at least counter to the narrative, but I actually believe that some of the rewards cards will start to increase in value due to scarcity, not because of the print rate, but because of the fact that I think there's going to be less rewards overall. I think the fact that a lot of bot farms will either be consolidating their accounts to make sure they have the power to play at higher levels, or just sign off completely because they don't want to invest in buying the summoners or renting the summoners. All of that is going to lead to less accounts earning, and therefore less reward cards actually hitting the market. Now, the good thing about this is that it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you're a new player coming in, you're going to see that the rewards cards that you're earning are higher value. And the best part about this ranked rewards update is that you may not want to buy them right off the market because you see them going up high in value, but now you can actually play the game and start earning them and earning a lot more. If you caught that live stream with Darkest Night and I over the weekend, he opened up a bronze end of season chest in the QA server, the test server, and he got like 33 chests and got some really great stuff, epics, rares, a bunch of commons. So the new player experience is going to add so much to this, so that when new players come in, and it doesn't matter if they trickle in or come in like a waterfall, when they do come in, their experience is going to be significantly better, and therefore there'll be better player retention even at the lower levels in bronze. Now, another kind of like small tidbit or aspect to this, which is tangential but definitely related, is if the card values start to go up, not just rewards cards, but also other cards like we've seen across Chaos Legion, especially starter cards, then there may not be an incentive for them to buy those cards off the market. They're going to see the fact that there are like 7 or 6 million packs still available, and they're going to go roll the dice. So all of a sudden, we'll start to see pack sales come through and pick up potentially, right? And then even more so than that, if the card values start to increase and the Chaos Legion pack values start to increase, well, then people might start flipping. They might start opening their packs. I mean, one of the reasons I'm not opening any of my packs right now, among other reasons, is the fact that, like, you know, the average value of a pack is very low. So if that starts to get higher, combined with the end of the airdrop, many folks will say, well, I'll open a pack because right now I could potentially break even. I can either sell it on the secondary market or I can open it and get an equivalent or rough equivalent amount of value. And if that value gets high enough, then people may start pack flipping again, which could increase pack sales more. So you can see there's a bunch of different wheels turning here, all Splinterlands gears that we're working towards in the same direction, where more players come in, they have a better experience, more pack sales start going through. So, you know, we start working towards better cards, better airdrops, like the legendary summoners, and we just start churning forward. Now, again, I'm not trying to make any statements here saying that this is going to happen quickly, but I think we will start churning forward, and there is a potential for a snowball effect, even if it is a snowball effect, to start, you know, really getting players into the economy. The last thing that I want to mention here, just kind of briefly, is where this could go in like the long mid run, I should say. And that to me is what's most exciting. Now I'm going to take this back to SPS. So we're looking at a very difficult situation from a global macroeconomic perspective, right? Inflation's high, supply chain issues, global conflict. I mean, I keep repeating these things in a lot of my videos, but it's because I think it's very important as a backdrop for how that's going to affect any kind of economy or sub-economy like Splinterlands, especially a game economy, right? So what could be interesting to see is if Bitcoin trades sideways or even goes deep bear market, right? Even if it goes deep bear market, then if SPS through the validator nodes starts to rise, or at least hold its value better now, I mean, we're up from 6 cents up to 10 cents, more than 10 cents at this point in time. If the validator node sales can be this kind of like slow momentum forward, right? It just to keep raising the floor price of SPS over time, we could be that one like green beacon in a sea of red. And green is good enough just to hold the value if everything else is going down across the crypto space. So what does that do? Well, that makes people pay attention, and they're like, what is this project that is doing well, or at least retaining its value while everything else is dropping? Then they come in, they discover all the beautiful things about Splinterlands, the ecosystem, the complexity of the economy, all the gameplay. They discover that. We get a lot of people, potentially investors, which aren't, the best folks. Although I was an investor that stayed for the game. So, we'll get a lot more attention that way. The wave rolls in of people, and it doesn't need to be I don't think it's going to be as big as last year, but the wave would roll in, right? And a lot more people would stick around this time. They would see a much more sustainable economy and sustainable growth over time. And again, that just leads to more and more people, the price going up. Now, I'm not saying this is going to go up forever. We will definitely go through cycles. But the way that I see things now is these cycles seem very much timed both with Bitcoin, right, and what Bitcoin is doing, as well as release cycles. So if I had to make a prediction, right? And you know me, I don't like to make predictions, but if I had to make a prediction just based off of release cycles, I can see this kind of virtuous cycle playing out for the next 3 months. We're in May now, so between now and August, through the release of Rift Watchers. And once Rift Watchers comes in, I don't know that, the market's going to tank the way that it did back in January. A lot of that had to do with global, and broader macroeconomic factors. But we're going to get this flood of new cards. We're going to get a lot of, fun things that come through with that, meta changes, all these great things. And that could lead to a stall. That could lead to a dip. There could be, right, if Bitcoin goes bear enough, there could be those factors starting to bleed into the rest of, bleed into the rest of the crypto market, including Splinterlands. But for the next couple of months, I can see us with these changes kind of bucking the trend with the market. Now, the great thing is, let's say Bitcoin does well. Well, then all of a sudden there's much more attention. There's much more, money kind of being thrown in as people look at this and say, hey, maybe the bull run isn't over. We're going to ape into certain projects. Yeah, a lot of people are going to get hurt doing that, but that is not to say that it wouldn't benefit Splinterlands in the sense that many more people would be willing to or have an open mind about looking for projects, right? They'd be exploring or in a very exploratory phase if we were to start pumping back up towards all-time highs. So what I'm trying to present to you is really positive scenarios, whether Bitcoin does well, whether Bitcoin stays the same, or whether Bitcoin goes down. Now, at this point in time, I think, I keep talking about how crypto gaming and specifically Splinterlands can decouple from Bitcoin. And there have been examples of that in the past. We lived through some of them just over the past year. So again, I'm not saying that we can predict that this will happen. I don't really want to shill too much hopium, but I like what I'm seeing so far with these changes. Granted, the changes are not even implemented yet, but the patterns of behavior are already starting to switch. People are realizing they need to buy cards to earn. And so those accounts, players or bots, are buying the cards. Now that is raising the prices, and human psychology is very fickle and very emotional, right? So when people see the prices going up, they ape in. When they see them going down, they jump out, or they get scared and they don't want to touch it. When really, the best investing mantras are usually buy when there's blood in the streets, buy when it's low, sell high, right? So if we start to see slow, steady growth, no matter what's happening in the rest of the market, I really think that could lead to a nice, as I've been saying, like kind of virtuous cycle where things just start to snowball in a good way. And again, not in a crazy way. I think last year I really maintained that I don't know that we'll see something like that again. And really a lot of factors would have to align. And one of those being like it would have to happen between releases, right? So between like Chaos Legion and Rebellion during that small time period that the team is planning. But overall, I really like what I'm seeing over the past couple of weeks. And I think if we can continue this kind of momentum, again, slow momentum, slow, sustainable growth with people really appreciating the experiences and the change in experiences over the next couple of months, I think this could be something really fun to watch and could make a fun summer for Splinterlands and maybe even PTE in general, but definitely Splinterlands. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Have an amazing rest of your day.